Alright, from the top. Alright, so welcome back to my channel. The last time we did the WhatsApp logo. For those of you who watched my videos, if you watched the former video, this was the last video. It was a WhatsApp logo icon, and it was quite confusing to make, but well, we did it. Today we are going to try out Zoom call, the online Zoom call. And right off the bat, looking at the logo, I think it's a very simple one. Let me just get one of the logo out. Okay, go to my download. I have Zoom. Yeah, so I'll just put it here so you guys look at it. It's a very simple, very simple logo. Has extreme simplicity to it. It just, to me, what I see is basically two squares, or rather a rectangle and a square. Basically, that's what I see. Some people will say it's a triangle, and a square, but I see a rectangle and a square. Basically, a rectangle and a square that was stylized. Though you can also use a triangle to do it, because you'll end up converting the square into a triangle shape. But let's just, enough talk, let's just hit it. So I have my guides running through the center of the page and the center of the page. So horizontally, vertically, both at the center, two guides. Now let's get this going. First and foremost, I need a square, any size of your choice. And you know me, I like to work with only outlines first. I just want to see the outlines. This is my square. Now I want a rectangle. I'll just take this to the side. So what I just did was I took it exactly halfway, and I'm going to increase the width, just the width, but I'll unlink the width from the height so it doesn't grow symmetrically. Just the width I want to increase, and I'll use the golden ratio 1.618. Oh, sorry, I divided that. I'm supposed to multiply 1.618. All right, so that's it. And I think I'll just adjust this. Yeah, so this is how I want to create a logo. You would understand pretty soon. Don't worry, it's no biggie. First thing first, right? I want to get the big one, the big rectangle out of the way. It's very easy, very fast. So simply just hold on all the anchor points and drag a little bit. Then you select this anchor point and this anchor point, right? And then you pull a little bit more on these ones. All right, so I believe you're already seeing the logo, the icon. Basically, it's already right there, very clear. All right, now let's get to this guy. This guy is where it gets a bit tricky. So I'll use the direct select tool, and I will grab on this first one, right? I'll put this first one along the straight line all the way to the center. I'll do the same thing for the second one. So this is why I said a lot of people will say it's basically a square and a triangle. But if you're using a square and a triangle, you need to actually know where the triangle is supposed to stop. That is why we started with two squares. Now I'm going to do something that is very random in this place. I'm going to pick up a box and just draw a very small box here. I'm just going to do this. There are two ways you can do this. You can either have this, or just let me duplicate this stuff for now. I think I'll shrink this a little bit so we can have like side by side. And I'll take this one to this side. I'll have this other one on this side. Oh, sorry. I'll have this other one right here. All right, so why did I make it in 2 points? All right, it's like this. So the fastest way to actually get it is this one, right? This is like the fastest way to get it. but this does not give you like a uniform space. Unlike this one, this is going to give you a uniform space. And why am I saying a uniform space? Well, if you look at this logo, you'll notice that there's a space between these points. Just allow me use a rectangle to deplete that. There's a space right here. You notice that there's a space right there. So basically that is what I'm trying to achieve with this box standing right here, with this box standing right here. So let's just do both of them either ways, and you get to decide which you prefer. Starting with the easier one. The easier one, I'll simply just click on this. The usual, use the direct select tool, and I will highlight both anchor points and just tilt a little bit. Right? Tilt a little bit. Then I'll select all the image. I would merge and center. I'll use the shape builder tool, and I'll just build this. And this is why I said this one is going to give you a small problem, because when you try to bring this out, you can now notice that this edge has been curved, meaning if you're going to use this method, this is what you ought to have done. Just go back. So this is what you ought to have done. If you want to use this method, this is what you ought to have done. You would use a shape builder tool, and you would have this already from the onset. This is before you even start to give the curve parts to the edges. You click on this and shift this. So this is before you start to give the curve to the edges, and then you adjust this a little bit forward, and you give it its own curved edges. So this is practically, it's already the zoom method. Well, if you want something more symmetric, something more orderly, something that has way more like symmetry to it, then you go this route where you've already curved it. Create this box to separate them, select the whole thing, still use the shape builder to get this out, get this one shape out, and then you zoom in and remove all of this and this, and then you do the last part, the same thing you did for the other one. You just select on the whole thing using your anchor points. You select the whole trapezium, and you just adjust the anchor points of it. So either way, you have like a zoom curve. This looks more like it, this looks more symmetrical, and to make this actually look better, I think you just simply do for just the side, adjust a little bit more. Same thing for this, a little bit more, and voila, you have the zoom icon. Oh, okay, I forgot we're supposed to have colors, right? Supposed to have colors. I'll just use the eyedropper tool to pick up this color, and you can see it's the zoom curve to create this guide. That's it. You have the zoom meeting. Either way, you have the zoom meeting icon. One nice, one not so nice, and you can just tweak it a little bit to make it have like the camera like view, the camera like head. You can make it thinner, you can make it bigger, but regardless, you finally have the zoom icon sitting right in your step. So that's all for today. If you do like this channel, please give me a thumbs up, and if you like the video and you want to learn more, I'll have a playlist up here where you can watch other logos I make by the day and decipher. I will be doing this as often as possible, and also to make sure I am keeping a loyal base and be loyal to all of you, I'll be doing this more often. And when I say more often, I'm thinking more like at least once a week or probably twice a week. But regardless, thank you all for subscribing. I really love my subscribers, and I wish I could hit 100 first. From 100, we're going to go for 150. From 150, we're going to go to 200, and like that. Well, for now, I'm happy with the smalls, and I'm very, very thankful to all my subscribers that are here. It was nice having you. Goodbye. Catch you on the next one.